Okay. My name is Chapman. I'm a member on the Committee of the Regions, and I'm also a Welsh Assembly member in the National Assembly for Wales. I've come to the conference today to speak. It's been a very, very inspiring conference. We are in very difficult times at the moment, but I think it is really useful to ensure that all of us as partners have a dialogue on what can be done within this crisis. And I think one of the points that I wanted to make today is that, first of all, this is a choice, a political choice. I think we shouldn't forget that this is a choice. The way that these austerity cuts are happening. But I think on top of that, there's also the issue of how we involve local people, local communities in coming up with solutions. And this is the sort of argument that, for example, the Committee of the Regions is making. If we want a Europe which is going to be prosperous, we must make sure that all our communities are involved, because otherwise it's not going to be a successful economy. So some of the work that I have been doing with the Committee of the Regions over the last few years is to make sure that that local and regional voice is heard very strongly in this dialogue. And again, I think today we are hearing about what other regions, other member states at grassroots level are actually doing to try to ensure that we include people who are actually disproportionately affected by the austerity cuts and poverty. We know, for example, that women are disproportionately affected. There's a terrible impact with child poverty that is getting worse. We need to make sure that our voice is heard amongst the decision makers within Europe.
And how is that possible?
Well, as I said, I think it is about making sure that we do participate, that we do work together across Europe. So this network this anti-poverty network is an excellent example of that. But I think it is about making sure, reminding politicians, I'm a politician myself, but reminding politicians that this is a political choice as well that they've made. It's not an inevitable thing. I think people are forgetting that. People think this is inevitable, but it's not. This is a political choice. We know that the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, and we know that the best countries seem to be coping better with the recession if they've got a better welfare system. The gap between rich and poor is much narrower. So it can be done, and I think we need to look at what is possible. But I think we do need to get people who are affected by poverty involved as active participants. And I mean, obviously from my own country of Wales, we are a small country, but we have been trying to mitigate the effects of the austerity cuts which has been proposed and developed by the UK government. And as a politician, I know very well how my constituents are suffering. But I hope that today I will be bringing some examples from my country of Wales to show what our government is doing to try to mitigate the effects of these terrible austerity cuts. So again, I look forward to sharing, hearing best practice from other countries and other regions as well. So again, it's a very, very good conference here today. It's very, very inspiring.